Hi guys, and welcome back to my 13 days of Halloween 2021. We are on day 5, and we are going to make this really cool coffin card. And we're going to be making the coffin and the gravestones from scratch. So let's get started. Just to explain my thought process with this. This is how I came to this size card. I started with a regular card base, and I started making the coffin dimensions, and I just didn't like the way they edged out. So then I cut my paper down to 3 by 5, and when I did it this way, it was just perfect. So here's what you're going to do to get your own coffin base. And you're going to cut one of these, and then you're going to keep it, and I'll show you how to make the card then. So it's 3 by 5. You're going to find your halfway point at 1.5. And you're going to measure over half of that, which is 3/4, on each side and mark it. Then you're going to measure down 1 3/4, and then using your ruler, you're just going to connect your lines. You could do the same thing down here. Halfway point is 3/4 of an inch on each side, because that's 1.5 inch. And then you're just going to connect these 2 points on each side with your ruler, and then you're just going to cut it out. So this is going to be my pattern, and here is how I made the actual card base. I have basic black card base, and I just took my card like this. I put it up against the fold like so. I'm going to use a black clip just to hold in place because, well, you know, I bought them, might as well use them, right? So let me just finagle it. You gotta kind of turn it a little bit, and it's gonna go over a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with that. Okay, then all you have to do is just take your scissors. You can trace it and cut them, but I just take my scissors like this. If you want to save these black pieces, they are large enough scraps, you can do something else with those. Okay, so here you have it. Now, it doesn't look right, does it? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start at the top right here. And all I did was I brought my top down like this, so it was equal on both sides. And I just took my scissors and I went across. You're going to lose not quite 1/4 inch on the right side, but close. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to come up from these points just like this a little bit. This one's not so bad. I have a little trouble seeing though. Okay, so I'm going to go just straight across like that. And there you have it. There is your coffin card. Now you're going to do the same thing to cut out your white piece, except you're going to go a little bit smaller. And I cut one out. Hold on. I always forget something, don't I? Oh my goodness. Really? Okay, to get the inside of this on a piece of white, Whisper White cardstock, I just traced this shape. Then I cut inside 1/8 of an inch on each side. I pre-cut one, but let's see if it fits this one or not. I was trying to just cut down on time. It does. And if it's not perfect, that's fine. It can be a little wonky. I kind of like the wonkiness. I think it adds to the Halloween flavor. And it is handmade, guys. I mean, it's not supposed to be perfect. So, okay, let's do the inside first, just to get it done. On the inside, it says, less trickin', more treatin'. So, we are going to use the Stampa set, Frightfully Cute. This one. I saved this because I finished putting it together earlier, and I'm going to cut this bottom part off right here. And I'm going to save this because I have some clear cling stamps that have lost their cling. And I'm going to cut some strips of these out and put on the back side to make them clingy again. So we save those little extras. Okay, so this one. And we're going to put it on stamp block. And someone asked me what blocks I use. They're on the side, they're just really hard to see, but I don't know if you can see or not. This is, I believe, B. Hold on. Let me switch my glasses to my cheaters. Yes, this one is B. So I'm using the B stamp block. Here's my Mento Tuxedo Black. It's my favorite ink. Okay, here we go again with the voice. So we're just going to kind of stamp it right here. Look at that. Pretty nifty, pretty easy. Clean my stamp off real quick. And I'm just going to put it so it can dry on the top of the stamp case. Put this back over here. Now, to adhere this in, I'm just going to use some Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm just going to go like this. Kind of hard to see sometimes over my edges when I'm using it. Oh, there we go. Come on, voice. You can come back. Come on now. Like I said, if you ever get it a little bit over the edges, just fold it back. Okay. Oh, you need to go up more. Come on. There we go. And the inside is done. All right, now for the outside. This piece right here is so saffron. And I cut it out using the layering circles dies. And this is the second from the largest. So you've got the largest, the next one down, and then the third one would be this one. And what we're going to do with it is... Did I just knock this off the desk? Huh. No, I did bring this over, guys. I didn't forget it. We're going to use pumpkin pie and my pumpkin pie sponge dauber, which incredibly seems to have walked off my... Oh, there it is. It just fell on the floor. Okay. Excuse me. So here's the sponge dauber. Still has ink on it from before. So what I did was I just went over. I just want to give the yellow, so saffron, a little dimension. I'm not trying to make it look orange. I just want it to kind of stand out a little bit more. Like this. That's it. Now this pad has seen better days. It is getting replaced. So we are going to use the Frightfully Cute again. We're going to use this moon. But we're not going to put it on the stamp pad, guys. Oh, no, no. We're going to put it on our D block. Why do I know it's my D block? Because I use it all the time. It's my favorite. In fact, I've got like 3 or 4 of these. And what you're going to do... Oh, no. Don't do that. There we go. Got all that orange off that gray granite. Phew. Oh, that was almost a catastrophe. So using the pumpkin pie, the right one, wouldn't be me if I didn't do something squirrely. You're going to just go over the whole thing with the sponge dauber. You want to barely be able to see it. If you pick it up, you can kind of see it. So here's what you're going to do. Go over it, and then you're going to start going over where the whole little craters are. And you're going to do that like an extra 3 or 4 times. Like this. And then you're just going to kind of bring it out with the last one a little bit so it's just a little bit darker. We're going to huff on it to make sure it's moist. We're going to stamp it right down the right-hand corner, like that. So I guess it's our moon in the sky. It also gives you a little bit of color definition from the going from the light to the dark. And I like it because, you know, the moon itself is not all equal color. It has highlights, lowlights. Oh. Tell you what, this cough's gonna be death of me yet. All right, so now we're gonna use our witch from the Frightfully Cute stamp set. Come here, witchy. We're just gonna put her back on our B block using our tuxedo black. We're gonna ink her up really good. I always look at her to make sure she's got ink evenly. And we're gonna have her just kind of flying across that moon. Just like that. That's it. She's in the sky. Where's my little, there you go. Cleaning off my stamp. That way everything is ready when I'm done making my video to put away. I can let it dry. And here's what I do when I'm using stamps. Oops, like this. I put them upside down onto the case while it air dries. It only takes like a minute or two to air dry, but I always make sure that I do that so I know where they go, just in case, you know, something happens. All right. So we are going to pop this up with some black dimensionals. And I think I ran out of black dimensionals. Let me look. Nope, I didn't. I do got them. So I always do my dimensionals on something like this. I go north, south, east, and west. Sometimes I'll put it in the middle if it's really super heavy cardstock or if it has any types of embellishment on it. I'm taking the backings off, guys, just over my garbage can. I don't think you need to see me take the backings off, so if we could all do that on our own. Whoop. Okay. And then it's going to go at the top here. Just like that. Now, we're going to do the tombstones. I cut these out. I've already inked them. Cut down on time, but here's what I did to make my tombstones. They are 1 5/8 inch square. Then what I did was I took it and I folded it in half, and taking my scissors, I just went like this around until I had the tombstone shape I wanted. So that's what I did. Then what I did was I put it on the paper and I just traced to cut it out. For this one, I just moved it up on the paper, traced it out, and then I just moved it straight down and finished the 2 lines. Cut those out. I will show you right here because we have to do it on vellum. So I'm not sure if you can see this or not. Let me see, let me get a piece of white paper here. Okay, maybe you can see it better on the white paper. I just put it in the corner like this and traced it. Now what I'm going to do on this side to make it a little taller, so I'm just going to bring it up about maybe 1/2 inch, like that. So let me do that real quick. Let me get my pencil. That is not a pencil, that's a straw. That's funny. Okay, let me grab a pencil. Okay, so all we have to do is line it up in the corner against the side like this, and we're just going to trace it. Okay, and then we're just going to move it down into the corner to carry this line right here down, so like that. And we're done with this. When you cut one of these out, just like this, save your pattern, because these are the ones you're going to use to keep making cards. I'm just going to cut straight up like this. Straight up like this. And then here I go. I'm just going to follow my line. Now, I will tell you this. Vellum, when you're cutting, if you're not a good scissor user like me, it will really show the little marks. So if you need to go back and just take and round it just a teeny tiny bit more, go right ahead. Okay, here we go. This one. And I'm moving my paper, not my scissors. I don't know if you've noticed, my scissors have not moved at all. Let's see, I gotta even this out right here. But that is good enough. I'm good with that. Okay, we're gonna take our gray granite, And this is how we're going to age our tombstone. We're going to make it, oh, don't know what that was, but I'll have to pick that up later. And all I did is I just went like this. And you're going to make it thicker in some areas, thinner in others, darker in a few areas. Remember, it's supposed to resemble the aging of concrete, maybe a little bit of growth of something on it. Dusty, dirty, kind of ew. That's how I look at tombstones, they're kind of ew. So you clean them super well. And then that's it. Now, I will tell you this, it takes a little bit longer for ink to dry and envelop, so don't be surprised if you pick it up and you get a little ink on your fingers. It's going to happen, guys. It is what it is. But we're going to use our multi-purpose liquid glue. And we are going to, let's see, we're going to set the tombstones off to the right. All this is supposed to give is a shadow effect. So we will go on the left, over, but not all the way to the right because that's going to hang over. I don't want to deal with it being sticky right now. And here's what I do. I line it up on the bottom. There we go. There's that one. Okay, so we're going to turn it over. Well, starting with the right side, we're going to go to the left, but not all the way. Remember, a little bit does ya. Line that up with the bottom too. We've got kind of our shadow effect. That one's over a little bit more than I wanted. There we go. Oh, now see, I touched it and all my stuff came off. So, good thing about it. There we go. So all we have left to do to our tombstones is our stamping. So let's see, it says which way to the candy. Okay. Here it is. Black memento. Now this one is centered on this tombstone. So there we go. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Put you there. Then we're gonna use the bigger block for the spider because, well, you know. Wow, my blocks are dirty. I need to clean those this weekend. Now this one we're gonna go to the left. Because remember, this other one is going to be on the right. And I always go just up a little bit. So the string is actually just a little bit above his little, I'm sorry, not string. His web piece, his web string, his hangy-doo-doo thing, whatever you want to call it. When my daughter was little, she's called the sticky hangy thingies. She also called maple syrup waffle sauce. So, you know, that should tell you something. But I love her to death. All right, now to adhere this to our card, we are going to use our Simply Sealed Plus again. But first, we're going to go on the left side of this. We'll go 3 rows across. We're going to set this even. This one's going to kind of lean to the right a little bit because, well, you know, they're kind of leans to the right. It looked like it was straight to me. So here we go. We're going to line this up with the bottom of our card, kind of centering them. And it is okay. Oh, got a little adhesive right there. Roll that off. That this comes off each side because this card is so narrow that will still fit in your envelope. So remember, here's a regular normal card size. That is still smaller, so it will still fit in your card envelopes just fine. Now, if you want to take it up a notch, you can get out your Wink of Stella. I have a brand new one. Go Heather. Let's get this bad boy out and primed. Right? Hello. Where's my sticky notes? There we go. Rude. Okay, so just go over your witch like this. Now, you know me, when I do sparkle, I like a lot, so I'm going to do it like this. And then I will probably come back after it dries and do another coat. Like this one already has 2, but you know what? You can't hurt for 3. right? Make her look like she's just sparkling up in that air. She's a diamond in the sky. See if it's ready. Oh, yep, it is. I kind of like to tap it down if I think it's still a little damp. And there we go, you guys. Your homemade, from scratch, totally, no die cuts, tombstone cards. By the way, it is October 1st. Welcome to a new month. So there's a new hostess code right there. If you order under $150 before shipping, handling, and tax, please use the hostess code. You will get an automatic thank you gift from me. If you order $150 or more, please do not use that code. That way you'll get your own hostess benefits. And I appreciate you supporting my small business guy. Until tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Hopefully my voice will be better. But until tomorrow, happy crafting, guys. Bye.